Now, the Lands and Natural Resources Minister, Samuel Abu Jinapor, has vowed to carry through President Akufo-Addo's resolve to deal with land disputes in Accra and other parts of the country. It follows mounting tension between the youth of La here in Accra and the Ghana Armed Forces over a 250-acre parcel of land at Airport Hills. Yesterday, the youth, led by the traditional leaders, stormed the Lands Commission headquarters to demand the release of documents to the lands they say has been released to them by government. Now, in the studio today, we're going to speak to officials of the Ga-Dangme Lands Administration, the body that is seeking to harmonize land management in Ghana, working with the Lands Commission. First, though, let's bring you that report from the Airport Hills area where the youth of La demanded the release of a parcel of land that they said had been unlawfully occupied by the military.
Sounds of some angry youth of La registering their displeasure over what they describe as a military invasion of their lands. Holding placards with inscriptions, "Military thieves, give us back our lands," among others, they marched from the La Traditional Council to the newly constructed La Military Cemetery at Bema Camp. The gods of the land were then invoked to punish those unlawfully taking their lands. The coalition of La Association, the umbrella body of youth groups there, say the parcel of land in contention was leased to the government in 1953 to serve as Gafford camp for soldiers after the World War. The lease they claim expired in 1963, but to date, the military has failed to give them back their lands. Jeffrey Tete is spokesperson for the group.
We have realized that the military on their own have now extended, and they keep extending the portions of land that was given to them. They were given just 23.7 acres. Now, look at what they have taken. It's beyond 6,000 acres. Military has now sold some of the lands when they are not supposed to be dealing in land. They are supposed to be utilizing it for the purpose of military. Okay, so today, we are saying that the La Township has expanded and grown, and all we want is that we need to open up our space and come to this portion of our land. Military is preventing us, and for your information, this particular portion of land that you see has not actually been acquired. What happened was that they proposed to acquire, so there are documents which says that proposed acquisition, but the acquisition has not been done. So why are the military forcing and trying to take it by force? Now what they have done is that they have brutalized our farmers, they have beaten our kinsmen, they have done a whole lot of illegality against us. We know the military to be a disciplined institution. Now military has become so indisciplined that even when the government speaks, they don't want to listen to the same government that is directing them. So what are we saying? Now you can imagine, all from here down to Laboma Beach to the Southern Command, those lands are for the La people. Military said they are not going to allow the La people to occupy and possess their land. Where in this world will you see this happening?
They want government to hand over documentation of the land to the stool, coupled with an authorization to reclaim the lands.
The promise that was made on 27th of November, that this land has been given to the people of La, they should append their signature to the document, grant all documentation to the stool, to the occupants of the stool, that's the traditional council and all those people, so that the people of La will be able to benefit from their heritage. Otherwise, like we have done today, we have invoked the gods, the 99 gods of La. We have invoked them so that they will take action. And we know the Almighty God is also solidly behind us.
They claim the Lands Commission is in bed with the military, given the military forged documents of ownership. The angry youth then stormed the Lands Commission, demanding an audience with the Lands Minister, who was on a working visit. Soon, the police were invited. They tried reasoning with the leaders of the group, to no avail. Finally, the Lands Minister came out, assuring leaders of the group their concerns will be addressed.
Little did I know that I'll be accosted the way you've accosted me. But what I can say to you is that let us all exercise restraint, let us all be patient, and let us all act in accordance with the law, and let us all respect public order in our country. And the assurance I can give to you and to the chiefs and to the people of Greater Accra and to the people of La and the Ghana community in Greater Accra is that the president said it before the elections, and he's very committed to ensure that this age-old, difficult, controversial issues of land administration in Accra are dealt with substantially, and we intend to do that.
A promise leadership of the coalition holds dear. For now, they leave chanting songs of hope. Faustina Safo for JoyNews.
The Ghana Armed Forces have declined our request for a comment on this matter. And as you heard there, the Lands Minister, Samuel Abu Jinapor, has been assuring the people of his desire to deal with that matter. That engagement has started, and we'll bring you details as that continues. But first, let's speak to my guest, Na Bole Wulu II, who is Divisional Queen Mother of Sakumono. She's also the Vice Chairman of the GDLA, NAA, right? Actually, GDLA.
GDLA.
GDLA. We're happy to speak to you. Thank you very much for making the time.
You're welcome.
You are unhappy about the fact that there are so many land litigation issues in Ghana. Tell us, how big is the problem?
I greet all your listeners and your viewers at this moment. Permit me to speak my language for a little time, at least to let them know what it's all about. Game, inyeme gadang bembi nyamo femo umanye na bole wulu henyenone nefanye irado. Okay, so back to your question. The problem at stake is really, really big. We have a lot of lands which has been taken away from us by the government. Others has been acquired. My Sakumono is a typical example of what I'm about to say, where we have lands which has been acquired by the government for harbour extension. And as we speak now, the harbour Terminal 3 has been built, but yet we don't see our excess land. And it's really a very big land, a vast land. So I think it's the same thing going on here in La. And we are all rising against this thing. We are begging everybody, the encroachers, the government, the ministers, the police, anybody who has encroached on any Dangbe land, we are speaking for them to leave or give back our lands. And this is why GDLA has come. GDLA has come and has really come to stay. It is there to take care of issues like this. You know, land litigations, problems with chieftaincy affairs, where there are 2 chiefs, 2 queens and all that. This is why GDLA is there. So I appeal to my fellow Gadangbe or Gans that yes, this is the problem. We are all suffering it. We are all really, really serious. In fact, I for one, I have a very big problem when it comes to this whole thing. But I appeal to them to just come to the offices of the GDLA, because GDLA is there to serve Gadangbe Lands and Administration. So they should come and join us. We are trying to unite ourselves to fight. So they shouldn't just go out and be moving around pouring libation. Yes, it's good. Of course, it's good. It tells how serious the situation is and how serious we want back our lands, because this whole thing, you can't see it anywhere except on Gadangbe lands. And we are really, really mad about this.
So tell us about what you've done so far. I mean, have you engaged the state or any of the parties to these disputes?
Yes, GDLA has written to the office of the president, to the government, to most of the offices where land issues are being solved or where the power lies. So we are looking forward for an appointment where we can go and sit, talk to them, let them know what we feel and how we feel. Probably they may see reasons with us and then give us back our land. If not, then we are going to come together. I'm talking about the whole Gatangbe and fight I urge my fellow Gadangbe.
When you say fight, what do you mean exactly?
Yes, I say fight because this is more of a battle. You see my fellow men and women, you know, out there displaying and all. Yes, part of it. It's not just a... You saw where a policeman is dragging somebody. So it's a wartime.
So that's what you mean you will do, that you will come together and...
no, I don't...
Violence?
No, I don't mean we are coming together to bring out things like this. You could realize I started by saying that they should come and join GDLA. They should bring their problems to us. This is why GDLA is there, to take care of land litigations. You are a guy at Dangbe, and then a stranger is taking your land away from you, a land which belongs to a whole clan. One person is taking it away from the whole family. You have a family house where one person has woken up to break the whole place. This is why GDLA is there, where there are 2 queen mothers, 2 chiefs, 3 chiefs, where there are, you know, I don't know how to describe it, but fights. Yes, so this is why we are there. And I'm using this platform to tell everybody out there looking at me right now that GDLA is not far from you. It's located at Chado last stop. So don't sit at home and be fighting alone. You cannot do it alone. This is pen and paper. We are talking about book. So you can't be going around like this. We fight with book. We fight with pen and paper, with brain, not with woods and other things.
Right. So how much engagement have you had with the people in this particular story we dealt with, the lands issue at Chado? How much engagement has your organization had in that issue?
This case has actually just gotten to our table, or our decks, and then we are trying our best to get in touch with them, hold them, educate them, make them understand why we need to unite, why we need to come together as Ga Adangbe and fight this battle. If I say fight, like I still say, it's about pen and paper, not with gun, not with cutlass, not with knives, but I'm talking about pen and paper. That is why the courts are there. So they should come. Yes.
Why do you think these problems are so widespread? I mean, you've told us already that it's a big problem. So why? Why do you think it's getting so bad? I mean, we have courts, like you said.
Yeah.
We have laws. We have lands commission. We have all kinds of institutions that are supposed to, you know, make things easy. There is one way, one correct way of buying land or acquiring land. Why? Why are we still having all these problems?
Okay. From my own side, I will say these things, with the way it stands, the government acquired the land for harbor extension. Later, the harbor has been built. Excess land is very vast. Give it back to the owners, and it's not being returned. Now, the land in question has gotten to TDC. TDC has given it to Forestry Commission. And Forestry Commission is saying that the land belongs to them. Meanwhile, there are no animals, there are no tigers, there are no lions there. They say it's for Forestry Commission. But yet we see people building there. So if it's for the government or if it's for Forestry Commission, how did these people got access to build there? And this is what will provoke someone like me to go forward and going to find out why the person is building or what documents does the person have to build is going to generate a whole lot of problems. Okay, so it is this is so simple. We are saying that our lands, which has been taken by the government, with all due respect, we need our lands back because we have nowhere sleeping. We have guards who are sleeping along the street. We have people, you know, nowhere. And we have more strangers in the town building and renting it to Gadangbes on our own land. And it's very serious. Okay, so this is the problem. We are just begging the government through GDLA for the government to see reasons to give us back our lands. So people who are looking at me through this medium should come to GDLA so we can together fight.
Right, and you'll find them at Chado. Now Olu the second is Divisional Queen Mother for Sakumono.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you so much.